What up, everybody? Welcome back to the J-Team Brand Podcast. It's your host here, Josh Brath with Douglas Elombre Real Estate. And I have a special guest here with me today, the homie Mandella.
Mandella
welcome to the
Eskia.
JTV
Yeah,
Podcast,
man. What's up? How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good?
Can't complain, man. I brought you on the show to, give a little bit of your story and your hustle, man, what you do. I know you're in the music industry.
Yes.
You do come from a very strong background, so I do want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you born and raised in Harlem, man, New York City, baby,
Yeah,
So
born and raised Harlem, New York.
Tell us, the audience, a little bit about yourself and, what they need to know.
So my name is Mandella Eskia, a.k.a. BlackZeusx. I represent a collective I created called the Black God Pantheon. And if you don't know what that's about, it's kind of, I feel like it's explained in the title. It's just about recognizing one's own divinity, especially when you come from, you raised in neighborhoods around people that don't see that in themselves. So we do that through art. So that's my collective. I just dropped a project, Birdman Gold Volume 2.
Okay. So this is the second. Is this
the second installment? Yeah.
Right.
You go listen to the new installment, then the first one, or first one, the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been rapping like most of my life. I've been in the art most of my life.
Okay. So rap, as far as music, how long have you been doing music? Kind of, because I feel like rap it's not just rap. It's not just making music. It is a poetry. It is a form of poetry. It is a way of people telling their story and their backgrounds and where they come from. So, how long have you been doing that for?
Shoot, when I first started rapping, so I'm the youngest of 7, right?
Okay.
So,
7.
Yeah, it's
Damn,
a bunch of us, right? And when I wrote my first rap, I rapped it to my older brothers, and it was good, but they was like, it was a bunch of gangster shit in it, and I'm not a gangster.
You're not a gangster at 12 years old, man.
Yeah. And they was like, yo, that's good, but you ain't gonna do none of that. And so I went and I started reconstructing. So what I would do is I would always write rhymes about how bad I was and how tough I was, but not like tough, but like lyrically.
Yeah.
And then
like
what I started,
tough. I remember when he used to rap,
Yeah, and so then my brother would be like, yeah, you good at this. We know you can do this now, so why don't you tell me some stories? Or what So I always was like writing songs even from when I was younger.
Okay.
But for a good portion of my life, what I would do, especially being in college and stuff like that, I would just battle. I just had bars. I was just a bar rapper. And then
what school did you go to?
I went to SUNY Newport, upstate New York.
Nice.
And so the more I got older, I'm like, I gotta tell my story, and so I just started focusing more. You focus more on telling stories, and that's like, and writing songs that are dope, and not really being too worried about how ill each rhyme is, but does it fit the song,
Does it fit you too as well?
Exactly,
Like your story, your real truth. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You say you went to school, so what did you major in? Was it in the arts industry or?
No, I wanted to do art. My older brother was like, "Yo, you gotta do something in science," but I didn't. I didn't do anything in science. I actually ended up majoring in psychology.
Oh,
which is
I mean, listen, not for nothing. Psychology is a solid major if you understand marketing, because marketing and branding is still part of psychology.
Very much so. Right? You're right.
So not a lot of people put 2 and 2 together, but it's still a solid experience to use.
Psych was dope. It was fun because I like learning about people and different disorders and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I knew I didn't really want to be a psychologist.
Obviously.
I was like, I went to college because my parents were like, you need to go to college and have something to fall back on. So I went for that. But I always wanted to do music.
Everybody in our generation has done that,
especially,
right?
Like, all right, that's what we're gonna do.
You come from like a colored background. Like I'm from a Puerto Rican background. My brother was the first to graduate. I was the first to try out college. I only tried it out because mom.
You don't necessarily. The thing is about college, like it's really more about equipping young people with the knowledge itself so they understand what they need and what they don't, because you might not need college. You might be able to go and do trade school.
Depending on your skill set.
It depends on your skill set. Mm-hmm. So you need to know that instead of being like, just go to college, just to go to college. Okay, what are we going to college for?
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's a conversation that should be had a lot more often.
Yeah, most definitely.
But tell me a little bit about your parents. So I heard a little bit about them, obviously, and you told me a little bit about what they do in regards to political activism. How was it growing up to a household like that? Because I would assume that you picked up an insane kind of mindset where you're more aware of things than others.
I think just in general, growing up in a household, it was normal to me.
Okay.
So it was just like,
mom and pops.
But almost to the point where it's like a lot of my friends would be like, yo, you kind of downplay how huge your parents are. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not that I'm not trying to downplay. It's just like, these are like people that I grew up with, and it was regular to me. But as I got older and I started to really do more research and understood the stuff that they had done, and like, I understood the weight of it, how big it was. I always knew it was big, but it was like, it's different. You growing up, like that's my pops, and you turn off the television, put on the news. You know what I mean? Right, but just the work that they did, like Elombre and Noms, Brath. If you watch the TV show, Central Park 5 show, when they see us, they're played in that film.
That's amazing, because, by the way. That documentary, or that movie documentary, whatever you want to call it, was amazing. It was really very powerful. So like, when I found out a little bit about your parents, I was intrigued. I was like, wow, like, coming from a background like that, there's no way that you can't pick up on that.
But it's even crazy, like, growing up like that, there's certain things that were just second nature to me that other people didn't understand. Like, we had conversations.
You're giving knowledge and you don't even know.
Like, even like with the Central Park 5, to me, it never, like, me growing up, my mother used to take me to go, because my mother used to, you see it in the show, but there's even more to be
I was born in that era, so I know.
You understand. We were
heavy.
So, but we always, like, to me, it never even dawned on me that they could not be innocent. I knew it, you know what I mean? But even as a kid, my mother used to take me, and we used to go visit Yusuf. And I remember seeing him, like, I think we would go like once or twice a year, but we would go visit him. And I remember seeing him as a kid, and it was just, I didn't understand it. I understood it, but I still didn't understand it, because like, I know that they didn't do it. Why is he in jail? You know what I mean?
Understand the system.
And so that was a big part of my mother's mission, is making sure that they got the justice that they deserve.
Amazing.
And my father as well, And if you even like go further back and you talk about the Grand Decimados, which is something that my father created, and it was about basically having like black chocolate, dark, models, and them getting their shine, and then, highlighting how beautiful they were, and things of that nature. And that was like a goal of his. And if you even talk about the term "Black is beautiful," my father, he didn't actually coin the term, but he helped to a big proponent of pushing that whole movement, And so, I just come from a lot of rich history, and it was, And
that's awesome, man. That's really, really
so
cool.
It's like, when I do music, it's hard for me, like, I can't do music without keeping that in my head. So certain things is just hard for me to even, certain realms is hard for me to jump into when it comes to writing music. I wouldn't call myself a conscious rapper, but I'm aware.
You're aware.
So,
No, that's what's up, man. Self-awareness is huge. Especially when you're in the music industry. I don't think a lot of artists understand the impact that they have on the youth when it comes to music and what they create and what they push out. I think a lot of people, it's become a capital gain. Thing. So I could always appreciate. Listen, man, I'm a Tupac fan.
Pac.
I grew up in a household where both parents are Puerto Rican. Mom's is a white, light-skinned Puerto Rican. Dad is a dark-skinned Puerto Rican. So I witnessed a lot of differences on how he was treated compared to how she was treated. So you see that and you pick up on it, and it isn't until you get older that you realize, oh wow, that was an experience. As a kid, you don't understand it, but when you get older, you're like, wow, that was an experience.
Because like, even with the Grand Decimados, seeing like all of these pictures of my mother, like around, that was normal to me. And then you go on Brianna's site, and she's talking about the Fenty sign. She's got pictures of my mother up there, and she's talking about how those pictures inspired. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And those are photos my uncle took. It's just crazy, like
how it's playing out. How it's playing out.
How it's played out. So
that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. So let's get back to you, man. So your project. What can the audience expect out of this project coming up?
I would say it's something that you haven't heard from a New York artist. Hands down, I really believe that.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's something you haven't heard from any artist, but especially from New York. I feel like it's a project produced entirely by my producer I work with, Minecraft, amazing talent, genius. So the production level already is like high level, top notch shit.
Sick.
And then on top of that, I think even just the content and the story that occurs in the song in the album.
What's one that stands out to you? What's one
song?
story, one track? Yeah. That you
okay. I would say the song that stands out the most to me is this record called Home Videos.
Home Videos.
And Home Videos is basically just about like me growing up, like my mother and my father. I watched them deal with health issues, right?
Okay.
And then you watch grandparents and just people deal with health issues, and so it's really just me detailing, watching that experience. Those experiences with different people. Like I talk about a family friend who had Alzheimer's, and I connected to my mother, being, she's an older woman now.
Yeah.
And then having health challenges, and then my father, who passed, he had vascular dementia. And so all of that stuff is weaved into that song, and it's just a story about like, how quick life can go. And I mean, I don't know how to explain it beyond that, but it's just a song I would say to check it out. It's featuring this cat named Jagustus, who's a dope singer and guitar player, and so it's really good.
Sick. Yeah. I'll be looking forward to that project, man, for sure. So you were saying, so the main story around your producer, him putting that out, putting your work out there for you and whatnot. How long did it take you guys to put that project together?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
so that's a lot of experiences.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that happened, like riffs with certain people, so I had to change certain things, and then there's also like
life don't stop, man.
Yeah, don't stop, and then even like getting mixes and fixing it and sitting down. Like we don't just make music like. Yeah. I'm probably gonna do a tape soon, which is more me just like having fun artistically. But usually we'll make a song, we'll sit down, arrange it, we'll listen to it a couple of times. Is this right? Oh, we could do this here. I think we could add this. So that's how we create the music. So it takes time, I'm actually gonna go check him after this to go see, talk about what we're gonna do next or whatever like that.
Ill, man. Yeah. Ill. Real quick, how did you get the name? How did you come up with BlackZeusx? And by the way, I like that BlackZeusx.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yo, I got I go by Mandella Eskia now. I used to go by Cremdella, right?
Okay.
So Mandella Eskia is just my first and my middle name, right?
Obviously named by the famous
Nelson Mandela. Yeah. And I actually met Nelson Mandela when he came to Harlem. My father was a huge proponent behind that trip. I was like 6 years old.
Man.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where that picture is, man.
Pictures of this stuff?
I want the picture, though. I don't have any pictures.
We get it.
I know it's somewhere. I gotta find that. But I remember vividly him picking me up.
Sick.
Damn, I lost my time.
No, we were talking about your name. How'd you
Yeah. So that's my real name, and then BlackZeusx came from a dream. I had a dream that I was on stage and it was hundreds, thousands, if not millions of people there, and they was like, Zeus, BlackZeusx, and they was just yelling at it, and then I woke up saying it. So I said,
you're on the right
I
path,
got it from the ancestors. The ancestors gave me that name. I just know, hands down, I know they gave me that name. So I was like, I gotta keep the name. Yeah. It might go through a tiny change soon, but I'm waiting so I can get that trademark ready so I can throw it out there.
Right now, that's gonna stick.
Zeus is it. Yeah,
it's gonna stick.
Yeah. Any room I'm in, if I say Zeus, people just start repeating it. So
I started finding myself repeating it. I don't even know why. I'm like, BlackZeusx? I like that.
Thank you.
Yo, brother, I really appreciate you coming on to the show, man. If you want to leave the audience with anything, before we go, any future projects outside of Volume 2, maybe a tour that you're gonna be doing, or some I guess on stage work, share it, bro, and also share your social media, bro.
Most definitely, I can't leave without that.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So, Bury Me in Gold Volume 2 and Volume 1, both available on all streaming platforms. You search Mandella Eskia, that's Mandella Eskia, and you should be able to find it. Also, on top of that, find me on Instagram at BlackZeusx, BlackZeusx. The X is silent. All right, people forget the X. It's silent.
We'll put it up on the screen. We'll make sure.
The X is silent. Yeah. And then also just keep up with me. Follow me on whatever.
You on all platforms?
Yeah. Whatever you stream on, keep up with me. Keep up with my Instagram, and I'll be putting up information on stuff I'm doing. And
drop the project date when you guys are dropping that.
Oh no, the project is already out.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah, it's out.
Sweet.
You can go on. You can go get it right now. It dropped April Good Friday.
Okay.
It dropped on Good Friday, right? So that's already out. You can go check that out, and then just follow me because I'm gonna be dropping some new stuff. I just did something in the studio not too long ago, so I'll be dropping some new stuff periodically. Probably something brand new in the middle of the summer. Okay. I'm thinking about dropping a song and then another project, a short project by the end of the year. So we're gonna continue to roll. Check out Black God at Black God Pantheon. That's my squad. We got some new music coming out of there really, really soon. My man Precious Gorgeous is working. Real Ishmael is working. The whole squad is working. Shout out Keita P. Shout out Ashley Woozier. Shout out BB Star D. My cousin Brand. Whole squad.
The whole squad, man. Everybody that's showing love and support, man.
Minecraft, Pete Lincoln. I could talk about a million people.
Nah, man, that's love. That's love, man. And I'm rooting, man. I'm rooting.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
We need more people out here representing New York, Harlem, and you come from an amazing background.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Let's make it happen.
Most definitely, bro.
Appreciate you coming on. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for listening in. And follow us on all platforms, JTB Podcast, literally on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. I actually forget Google Play, but you'll find it on every platform. Love you guys, and I hope this brought you some value. Enjoy. Have a blessed one.